Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo Shaman, and today we are reacting to this video. Jeffrey Epstein tried to recruit me for his island by Dr. Juliette Engel. So give that a like, and go ahead and give it a share, give it a positive comment. Always appreciate when you guys leave a positive comment. This is the Jimmy Dore's channel, the Jimmy Dore Show. And please do subscribe to him. Please go give him his video a view and a like, and really help his channel out, because yeah, so that's just what we do. We help people out. Alright, so yeah, just so this should be interesting. We'll see what happens. It was very interesting. I just got done reacting to this other person's it was a Jimmy Dore video, but it was about MK Ultra. So this one woman was involved with MK Ultra. Her father sold her into that, and it was just so heartbreaking, so just awful to hear about this, like what they would do to her and stuff. So this is a continued interview with her. So we'll see what happens. Alright, let's get into it.
Go ahead.
Jeffrey Epstein offered me a job in 1988.
Really? Tell me about that.
I was invited to a book party up in the islands off the coast of in Washington, in Puget Sound. And at the party, all these planes started flying in. It was a private house, a beautiful house. One of the planes came in with Mark and Jeffrey Epstein. And they started talking to me, and they were telling me that they'd come because they wanted me to work for them, that they were setting up a resort on an island in the Caribbean, and they were going to be bringing in heads of state from all over the world, and they wanted to be able to encode the medical data or the personal data, or whatever they wanted to send out. They wanted to know if they could encode it in the medical data. And this was 1988. Yeah. And I had my own technology business, so I was perfectly capable of doing that. And but they creeped me out. They said, we'll give you this house. They would have given me the house.
Wow. And so they were recruiting you to work on Epstein Island. That's what it sounds like.
Yes,
right?
In retrospect, yeah. They hadn't started it yet, and the technology was just getting to the point where you could really hide data, but you could do it. I could have done it.
All right. Well, listen, we've got to move on. I'm really glad that you came on. I mean, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around this, honestly.
I tell people all the time, but they think it's nuts. First of all, I'm blown away that this came out in 2024. I had no idea, because I just remember a bunch of UFO bullshit was the big news. I wonder why. I wonder if there's a connection with that.
So, Juliette, is there anything that we didn't cover you think we should talk about before we say goodbye?
Well, you've got the links to the documents, and anybody can go there and look through these and give it a good look, because there's explains a lot of what's happening in the country right now. And also pay attention. If you don't remember your childhood, or you think you may have been programmed, which very likely you were, you've got a suicide program in you, and you might not even know it's there. So you need to be careful.
Why does America have so many mass shooters and blah, 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 blah? Because they made people like that.
Yeah,
that's why. Did. It's not a normal thing. You're supposed to have a fear of committing suicide just naturally, nothing with religion or anything. That's a natural instinct. They do everything to kill your natural instincts, to make you what they want you to be.
And they take your souls, and that's something we didn't get into, and they don't talk about it in the documents, but that's a big part of the programming, is they want you to give up your soul.
That's what a frat is. That's why you get hazed when you join a frat, such as the Skull and Bones, or any of the other ones. Why do we have those? Has anybody asked that? The weird frats that rich kids go into, because they're chosen ones, it's called.
The chosen ones, yeah.
What a great honor. And though they go through the stuff that you thought only happened in the movie Precious, it turns out the tippy top and bottom of society go through the same shit. Is that amazing?
Okay.
As above, so below, as they say.
So I will alert my editors to put a link to this document right here that I've been reading from. National Security Archive, CIA Behavior Control Experiments, this new scholarly collection. I will put a link in the show notes or what the description.
Okay, so yeah, you guys just go to his channel, Jimmy Doer Show. I will try to put the link in the description for you. And yeah, here it is. You just go to here. Be the NSA archive document here. That's the that's the document that it's referring to. It's just insane. it's like okay, now they're coming out with everything and they're not even apologizing for it. It's like, where's the accountability?
Right,
yeah. Where's the people who go to jail over this crap, It's like, it's just insane. It's like nobody's going to jail over this crap. Nobody's getting punished over this crap. It's just, oh, well, by the way, here you go. It's like, okay, where's the accountability, and I hope to God that this document here that he's showing opens up the CIA to, to all kinds of lawsuits and stuff. I hope they win. And I hope they get a lot of money from him. Because this crap is life-altering stuff. Life-changing. And, by the way, yeah, I don't remember most of my childhood either, so I wonder if maybe I would hate to be, I don't want to sound like a victim or anything like that, or pretend to be something I'm not. But yeah, it's true. I was on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was in special ed. But I was in school since the age of 2. My mother just yeeted me out the home as soon as she could, so it's just like she did that because I was, still am what do you call it, visually impaired and all that, so that's why. And yeah, so anyway, I don't remember anything creepy happening to me, but who knows? I don't remember anything from my childhood, so alright guys. Well, we'll continue. I see that we're only halfway through.
That's it, not show notes, but the description of this video, so you can go and link and you can read all this stuff, and it is mind blowing. Honest, I still am kind of overwhelmed, trying to wrap my brain around it, for lack of a better term. But
well, you can't think they would do something so evil, but what's her name? Madeleine Albright. We always show the clip. Madeleine Albright, Rosicrucian, by the way, had a little rose pin because she was a programmed asset. Remember the interview? Was it worth it to starve 500,000 Iraqi kids? And she goes, I think it was.
She said yes.
So if you would starve 500,000 kids, you think you wouldn't drink a baby in the woods? Of course you would. When you hear a cartel, the horrible things they do, and you hear about they do magic rituals to hide their smuggling. You hear about it all the time on Vice and all the other CIA news things. Or when you hear about Liberia and General butt naked eating baby hearts in front of the parents. You don't blink, you believe that because Africans did it and Mexicans. You think your white leaders don't do all that shit?
Yeah. It's when she said that, Madeleine Albright or whatever, I was a kid at that time. I think I was a teenager, but yeah, I still remember that, Is it worth it to sacrifice all these kids in Africa? Oh yeah, I think it is. It's like, who does that? I think our national security should not come at the detriment of other people in the world. It's just not. It's just so dumb to think that way, you know. So yeah, a lot of evil people. I was talking about this in the last video I did. A lot of, a lot of people rise to the top that are just scumbags, utter scumbags. And yeah, it's just really disgusting and sad to see. You know, yeah, it just really upsets me that, the people who are doing all these abusive and horrible things to people, including American citizens, are the one that, get the promotion and rise to the top. Just so gross. And that's one thing that I'm trying to, focus on in my meditations and stuff, is just to, let's stop all that. Let's get rid of all that crap. We don't need that. We don't need other people to tell us what to do. We don't need a government to tell us what to do. We don't need police. We don't need this and that. We can just be people in a society and live, without all the crap. So that's my message, I guess. Let's continue.
You think Hillary wouldn't do that if Mexico would do it?
Oh, they do it.
So again, this is just mind blowing, and I was first made aware of it because of Colonel McGregor made a tweet with a video from you talking about this, which got demonetized by YouTube because they can't. They certainly. I mean, YouTube's owned by Google, which is a CIA project, right?
Emma got kicked off. Emma, that Julie did her show, got kicked off of YouTube. She lost her channel.
No kidding.
And I have been permanently banned from Wikipedia.
Oh,
I wish they would. I would love to be banned from Wikipedia.
That proves your story true. Just that alone.
I can't.
Sent a delegation out to tell me how bad I was for trying to end child prostitution, and that was the whole argument.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad.
Yeah, she works to, she advocates for ending, what she said. It's good for her. I mean, that's great. I mean, that I know for a fact that's what part of MK Ultra was, that, child trafficking. I'm not gonna say the word, but child trafficking. It's just so gross. It's so sad to see. But I'm glad that we have advocates and we have people working against that. There was something that I read about called the Finders. Like there was people, I guess, men in the CIA who go out and actively look for children that they could exploit and kidnap and all this stuff, and it's so awful stuff. I'm not claiming that existed. I'm not making any claims or judgments or assumptions. I'm just saying that's something that I found interesting, that I read about. I can't remember how long ago, but yeah, it's just very strange.
Glad you came on, Juliette.
So yeah, Wikipedia is an intelligence operation, 100%. And yeah, I would love to get them to erase my Wikipedia page because it's all slander from the establishment and the deep state. That's all it is. I mean, someone like me, I can't believe that I could be any much of a threat where they would want to put Pegasus on my phone and my computer and my iCloud account. They got it all.
You're a free thinker.
So
yeah. Well, these maniacs believe in magic, and they believe you speaking. So the English that we speak was invented by Rosicrucians. That's why it's called spelling, because it's a spell. And that's why they treat comedians as if they have guns. That's why.
True. It's true. It's a special gift, projecting yourself into another person.
Wow.
It's got to be controlled.
Well, it's amazing. Isn't it amazing, Kurt, that most of the comedians that I know were controlled during COVID for sure. That 100% controlled.
Yeah,
they were
well,
controlled during the Russiagate. They were controlled during the Ukraine war. They
Yeah.
were controlled during COVID, and they were controlled during the LA fires.
we're in the mass rollout phase of
Mhm.
I call it MK retard, but don't call it that. That's not cool. I say that, but that's what I call it. The whole public doesn't remember shit. Ever since I worked on your show, Jimmy, nobody remember. I remember all these stories because they're horrific. I mean, I'm traumatized by working here.
Yep.
Everyone forgets in 2 weeks every single thing.
Yes.
Is that normal to you? It's not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, Dr. Juliette Engel, I appreciate you coming on. We're way over time. Thank you for sharing that document. I'll share it with my audience, and good luck to you. So now you're working on stopping child trafficking, right? That's your main job.
Finding no will in the American people to help. So that's another story.
Okay. Well, we'll have you back on. We'll
Mhm.
talk about that. How about that?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very. Is there a website you want to send people to or anything, or just this
Well,
website?
they can go to my website, which
Okay.
is www.julietteengel.com, just my name.com, and you'll find my books and some of my history there. And you can take a look at my books about my life and what I did. And I worked for 20 years in Russia. So there's a lot there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we will also put a link along with this document to your website. Thanks again. It's been mind blowing for sure. Come see us on tour in
All right, guys. Thanks for watching that. Yeah, just, please do go support her. Go check out her books and whatever she has to offer. Just such a great effort to, stop child trafficking and all that stuff. And, of course, powers that be are going to probably not like that. But, it is what it is. So, I thank you guys for everything that you do. Please go to Jimmy Dore's channel and like this video. I'll have a link in the description. Just please go to his channel. Please give it a like. Please give it a share. Leave a positive comment. And check out the resources and links that he has there for the author and the documentation from the CIA, NSA, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Alright? Peace out. Bye-bye.